office to grant you the greater additional nomination, which includes Algonquin, Ojibwe, Ottawa, and Potawatomi. Now we ask you to please rise if able and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for the visiting Loyalist Lancers. Number 3, Romaine McCullough. Number 6, Chloe Delane. Number 8, Ryan Harris. Number 13, Darnell Walker. Number 15, Jalen Carter Julian. Loyalist is coached by Evan McGuire.
They had so much more than they could do the house on stage and put it on film.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for your Durham Lords! From Brandon, Ontario, star number 1, Caleb Carter! From Montreal, Quebec, number 9, John Dale! From Brampton, Ontario, number 10, Rashane Smith! From Durham, Ontario, number 13, Dawn Spencer! From Toronto, Ontario, number 12, Jason Elliott! The Lords are coached by one and only Patrick Correa!
Welcome to OCAA Live for this matchup between the Durham Lords and Loyalist Lancers. The Durham Lords, one of the top teams in the nation, the defending champions of the OCAA and finalists at the CCAA championship last year. They'll start with the ball, and John Dale will bring it up as they try and defeat the 3-4 Loyalist Lancers. Carter to Rashane Smith. We don't know what we're expecting in this one. Could be a high-scoring one, could be a low-scoring one. It's Carter. Can he get us underway? Yes, a 3. First boom of the game comes 20 seconds in from Caleb Carter.
That's a great start to the game if you're the Lords. You need Caleb Carter hitting. There's been games where he's been on, there's been games where he's been off. And the ones where he's been on, they've won every single one. Great rebound there from Spencer. They're going to need his presence on the glass. Jason Elliott driving to Carter, and layup's good.
It's a good start for Caleb Carter and the Lords as they lead 5-0 early.
Loyalist put up a handful of points to La Cité last game.
It's up and through. Yeah, they got to 129. Deo driving, screen set Smith. They get it to Spencer. That's up, won't go. Tipped around, out of bounds. It'll stay Durham ball.
There's a 50-50 right there. Ref made a good call.
Caleb Carter, he can't hit. I thought that was going right down, but it's
Yeah.
short.
Yeah, that one looked good going up. Great block from Jay Sean Elliott.
Now it's up, won't go. Deo the rebound.
That's what they need. They need a rebound, and Dale gets one right there.
Deo driving, going up. He's fouled and will shoot 2 at the free throw line.
What a block there from Jay Sean Elliott. And then the rebound from Deo, and then the ability to go coast to coast from John Deo. Excellent job. Deo was injured a couple weeks ago, but made a quick recovery. And he's showing no signs of slowing down.
Deo hits both free throws. A good free throw shooter, something the Durham Lords don't have a lot of. As he hits both.
Lords are looking to go a little bit of a press, but not a full on out press.
Thought about shooting a 3. Instead, it's in and through with the pick and roll. That's Jalen Carter Julian with the 2. Elliott swings it. Deo up. Won't go. Spencer fighting. Can't get the rebound. Loyalist running in transition. Elliott did well. That's up. Doesn't go, and it's a rebound for Elliott.
Excellent work from Jay Sean Elliott, keeping those hands straight up. And he's fouled, blocking foul for sure.
Yep, that'll be on Darnell Walker.
It's going to be a physical game. These two teams do not like each other that much. But I'm expecting a nice and competitive and physical game here today.
Elliott to John Deo. It's Jay Sean Elliott. One more. Caleb Carter on the skip pass to Spencer. Through and in, and the Lords have a bucket.
Great layup there from Spencer. Carter's going to be called for that foul. If you had an NBA comparison, who would Caleb Carter be your NBA comparison of?
Caleb Carter, he'd have to be like I'd almost compare him to Grady on the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah,
Still trying to find his form, but is good going down low. Good at getting stops. He's probably comparatively to NBA and OCAA. Caleb Carter is a better defender, but that's as close of a comparison I think I'm going to get, really.
Okay, yeah, I like that comparison for Caleb Carter. Can stretch the floor, but can also put the ball on the ground and, get downhill a little bit if he needs to.
Trying to get it in. They do. It's up and an air ball on the layup. And Spencer running the floor now. Lost control. Kept in somehow. Deo, one more. Carter, 4-3. Yes! Caleb Carter, the 3.
Excellent no-look pass there from Dale, and the Lords have 12 points in 3 minutes already.
Nearly stolen by Rashawn Smith. Layup won't go. Elliott thought about it, was Carter. And that's tipped. And it'll be Durham Lords ball again. Last year, I think Carter takes that shot. This year, making better decisions, trying to find a great shot instead of a good one. That's tipped. It'll stay Lords ball again.
Looks like it was a kick ball right there.
Shane Smith trying to get this one in. Two players checking in for Loyalist. We'll see McDivitt and MP. Elliott swings it to Deo, who tried to get it down low for Rashane Smith. It's Deo. That's up. Won't go. Spencer the rebound.
Yeah, and that's what I love from Spencer, his hustle and his rebounding ability.
Layup is up and in again, 14-5.
Spencer's having an amazing start to this one. He's definitely not your star player, but he's going to go out and be an X factor for you, a guy that can win you a game in other ways.
Trying to drive. The drive. Pushing the back from Smith. Foul called. And they did give it to Smith.
Yep.
First one won't go by Demetrius Empey from Oshawa, Ontario. Second one falls. Goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line.
Got a lot of players coming back to Durham from Loyalist. As you see McDevitt coming back, he was from Ajax originally. McCalla from Durham. Kikinza from Whitby.
Fahik trying to turn the corner. Swings it to Smith. That's a shot. Won't go. Spencer, and it'll stay Durham. Just out by Empey. Smith to Carter. Screen set. Carter to Deo. 4-3. Won't go. Smith with the offensive rebound. Down low to Deo. Swings it one more. Carter. It's up. Off. Tipped around. Deo's got it. He puts it up. He's fouled. Then he'll go to the free throw line again.
That was an excellent closeout from Loyalist on Caleb Carter there. But they've just got so many offensive rebounds, the Lords. They finally get to the free throw line after a couple of attempts.
First free throw is good by John Deo. Shooting good from the free throw line on the year, continuing, going 4 for 4 today so far. Need your guards to hit free throws. Caleb Carter, Fahik, and Deo do it well. Smith
Great
tip
read.
with the steal. Can he keep it in? He can. Going up, fouled, then he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2 more.
It's just excellent hustle and basketball IQ to read that. Shane Smith makes the first one.
First one. He's not a great free throw shooter, but he hits both here. He's definitely not one of the worst on the team. They have some players like Chambers who really struggle from the free throw line. And he's not in uniform today.
Yeah, he didn't play last
Chambers.
game either against the Surge.
And still missing Javaid Martin, who's out till at least January with an injury. That's what we're hearing. Up. Spencer got a touch on that. It's tipped around. Loyalists get it back.
Originally called a shot clock violation, but you know, I like that in a ref when you can admit you made a mistake.
Yeah, and they get the call right. It'll be sideline out of bounds. They get it in. Backing down. It's up, and it is in.
Excellent D from Fahik, but sometimes the offense is just a little bit better.
And this Loyalist team can put points up in a hurry, so you would assume that they can make buckets like that. Deo to Spencer. Down low. It's up. Smith can't hit it.
Not the best floater there from Smith. I would have liked one more to Caleb Carter in the corner there.
Kala nearly lost the handle, but gets it in. This is Tabalidi. Tabalidi. Down low, layup is through, a tough bucket by McDevitt. Fahik. One more to Caleb Carter. Pull-up jumper, it's in. Caleb Carter's feeling it tonight.
When Caleb Carter is on, there's not much you can do to stop his shot. He's going to get to his spot and make it.
That's a great step back three, and it's through. 20-14 now as 3 points are on the board.
And Loyalist has a little bit of a crowd out here today. We're in Durham, but that's a turnover. I'm going to call a foul.
Called. Yeah, Smith gets halted from going to the rim.
I believe it's going to be Rashane Smith at the line here. It's a 15 foul.
A couple of Loyalist players getting ready to come in. Durham in the bonus with 3:30 to go.
One person that I would look out for on Loyalist, number 5, Andrew Plashka. He's got excellent bounce.
Yeah, we saw him in the warm-up doing some
360s. And one thing I'll tell you is Rashane Smith is he's a hooper. Saw him warming up about an hour and a half before the game, working on his free throws. And I feel like that's a great sign for the Lords. You got a guy who's willing to come to the gym early, get shots up, and work on his free throws especially. That's something that the Lords have struggled from the line.
Spencer throwing it forward. Not a great idea or pass. And Loyalist can go the other way. Pull-up jumper. No good. Offensive rebound, Loyalist. Trying to drive. Plashka. Turnover to Deo. Deo throws it to Smith. What a pass and what a slam by Rashane Smith. That's up and won't go. Smith the rebound. Deo thought about slowing it down. Fahik. Get into their set. Carter down low for Smith. They see a matchup they like. Smith jumper. It's in. It's cold. It's a 12-point game.
Rashane Smith, Deo, Carter, and Spencer are all feeling it in this one early on. You can get a couple stops and get a couple buckets. You could put Loyalist in a hole very early on, and it's already a 12-point lead.
Swing. Spencer the steal. He'll go to Deo, who looks for Carter. Caleb Carter. It's up. It's through. Caleb Carter again, his third 3 of the game. And a timeout call by the Loyalist Lancers with 1:55 to go in this first quarter.
Timeout called by the Lancers.
And it's a 15-point game early on in this. How do you feel the Lords have played so far?
I think the Lords have played well. Obviously hitting a lot of shots, but they're also playing good defense. I think if Loyalist wants to get back in this, they got to start playing better defense. I don't know if you have to get into a zone or not, but you got to switch it up somehow. Loyalists have it and throw it up. It's a prayer that is answered, and Smith with a huge block. sell the inbound for Loyalist. Ajos. One more. Swung it inside. It's a turnover. Durham ball. But he can't get it to go. Driving inside. Defended well. The three-pointer is up and good.
Big shot there from Loyalist. Stops the bleeding a little bit. Cuts the Lords lead only to 12.
Carter now trying to use Fahik inside Spencer. And it doesn't go. I see lost.
Just an unlucky turnover there from the Lords.
Dale's going to check back in. Clearly not happy with something they saw so far. So Jose with it. 45 seconds left in this first quarter. Swing. The drive, drop down. And it'll be Loyalist ball still. 24-second difference, shot clock, game clock exactly in this one. It's up, won't go. Dale has it, they can run the floor. Caleb Carter, hot
Great
step.
Euro step.
It's in. And it's a 31-17 lead for the Lords. They've scored 31 points in this quarter. Team that's not known for their offense showing up today.
Great fight there from Spencer. Comes away with it. 7 seconds
Dale.
left.
Richardson, he could shoot. Put it up, didn't go. Tip back. He puts this one up at the buzzer. It doesn't go. The Durham Lords lead 31-17 in the first quarter. What do you think of that first quarter for the Loyalist?
You know, it was a difficult one for Loyalist. You gave up 31 points to a team that's not known for their offense, but you did score 17 on them. You know, it's a tough one. I think the Loyalists played well, but the Lords ultimately they shut a team down that scored 129 points last game to only 17 in the first quarter, and you scored 31. So you got to be happy if you're the Lords. If you're a Loyalist, there's a lot to fix.
Yeah, definitely. And if there wasn't a lot to fix, you'd be winning, not down 14 in the first quarter. So taking after the Loyalist women's team, the Durham Lords score big in the first quarter and play unlike Loyalist. They play good defense, but they can't hold them to 4 points like the women's Loyalist Lancer team did. But a 14-point lead is big.
Yeah, 14 is big in the OCAA. NBA, 14 points goes away like nothing. Here, 14 is a little bit difficult to chip away at, but if any team could do it, I think it's Loyalist. They got the offensive firepower to do so.
Getting ready to start this second quarter soon. Durham Lords trying to improve to 7-1.
8-1. Loyalist gonna start here.
Owen
Second quarter.
Michaela on the inbound. And tipped out by Deo, and it will be Durham ball as well.
Saying that touched the Loyalist player last.
Smith to Fahik. So just get it in to the half court.
One person we haven't seen a lot, Jay-Sean Elliott, came out pretty early on and hasn't come back in.
Deo Spencer swung across. Richardson didn't want to put it up. Instead gets it low to Spencer, who's blocked. Tipped around, 2-on-2. Smith trailing. That layup won't go. His presence made it tough for the Lancers, and they get it to Fahik. Fahik, Richardson. Doesn't go. Smith to Richardson. Down for Deo. And it will be Loyalist ball as Deo couldn't control it.
Good battle there, though, down low. Thought Dale might have been able to come away with that ball there.
Loyalist controlling and swinging it across this three-point line. Foster in for his first minutes. That's a three for Loyalist, and it goes down. Josie with the three.
See, Loyalist is 3-4, but their offense is not of a team that's under 500.
Swinging, Spencer, Richardson, one more to Fahik and then Deo. Spencer, Richardson, that's wide open, and it won't go. Richardson struggling on the season.
Richardson, he's had a tough one shooting the three tonight. Great job from Fahik. I thought his hands went straight up there. Interesting call. Ref saw it the other way. As Loyalist is going to shoot too. Clean first free throw.
First one goes down, trying to go 2 for 2 from the line is Jaheim Foster. It's Fahik to Deo. Back to Fahik, for Spencer, and it's Richardson driving, floater, it goes. In the corner, it's up, won't go. Smith has it. Controlling to Fahik, throwing to Deo, back to Fahik. To Richardson, thought about swinging. Now it's Deo, Spencer, strong, blocking foul. Durham ball should give them a little bit more time on the shot clock. And Jay-Sean Elliott's about to check back in.
Yeah, we haven't seen Jay-Sean Elliott much tonight. I don't know what's happened. Maybe a knock? Picked up a knock early on? What do you think?
Yeah, he could have, or just limiting minutes. It's Deo for three. Won't go. An immediate impact for Elliott as he finds a wide open Deo. And another foul called on Loyalist, their second of the quarter. Throws it up Fahik. Deo to Elliott. One more to Fahik. It's up and won't go.
They've been missing their three-point shooting. Well, Caleb Carter's been on the bench. It's been tough. Fahik and Richardson have not shot the way that Caleb Carter shot the ball today. A little bit of a deep shot. Thought he might have traveled.
Good moves, but doesn't really pan out to anything. As that drive does, the floater goes, and it's a good move by Josie, excuse me. Caleb Carter's getting in to this one. Fahik will come out. You mentioned the shooting hasn't been as good. Now you get the best shooter on the team back in, and Caleb Carter trying to make something happen. He's only have 2 points in this one.
Yeah, hasn't been the best start to the quarter. It is only a 9-point game now.
Deo Elliott driving. It's a turnover, and they go the other way. And now it is only a 7-point game. And a timeout called by the Lords.
Yeah, not the best start to the second quarter there. It's only a 7-point game now. It was 12 at one point, like we discussed. If any team can come back, I believe it's Loyalist. It was a 14-point game, actually. Sorry.
Yeah, they just shoot so well. And if they can defend slightly, then this is what it creates. Runs that they can go on. They've started this one on a 9-2 run.
Yeah, if you're the Lords, just got to settle in and just try to score the ball. And you want to try to not turn the ball over. That's how Loyalist has been scoring, just turnovers and getting in transition.
So the players getting ready to come back on for 6 minutes, I believe, to go in this one.
.6:35 left. Lords are up 7.
And they got to get some points on the board. Otherwise, they are going to let Loyalists creep back into us. They already have. It's already just a 7-point game.
Yeah, this was a 14-point game to open up the quarter.
J.O. to Fahik. To Elliott. Screen set Spencer. To Fahik. This doesn't go. Spencer somehow gets that rebound, spins into it. Going up, he's blocked. Fahik, one more. Elliott spinning off his guy. It's up,
And
it's
one.
in, and one for Jay-Sean Elliott.
That's how you do it. Jay-Sean Elliott using that big body and the muscles he has to get inside and force that and one down. It's been difficult. Spencer, as you see there, he was fighting on the glass and just couldn't get a shot up and in.
Loyalists, they are the highest scoring team in OCAA at 97.4 points per game, but they're also the second highest against at 91 points per game against.
So you're saying they score the most with 97, but they concede the most also with 91,
Second
correct?
most.
Second most. Who concedes the most, do you know?
No.
Okay, just a question, just a question. Yeah, that's, you know what they say though, defense wins championships, and you can only score so much in a game.
Deo, 4-3, yes. A great shot by Deo, and it's a 10-point game again.
Exhibit A right there. You leave the wide open John Deo. I understand you're in a zone, but you gotta have a little bit of a second extra effort to close out.
Foul called. So it'll be baseline out of bounds for the Lords now.
Side out of bounds, actually.
Yeah. Switched it, so they'll get it into Elliott. Dale, one more. Carter, he's open. And he's firing. Another 3 for Caleb Carter. And the lead is back up to 13.
Yeah, like I said, right there, again, you can't leave the shooter wide open if you're Loyalist.
Shooter's open for them, but it doesn't go. Fighting is Smith, and then it's stripped, and a miss. Smith has it. Caleb Carter running in transition. Kicks it to Deo. Open for 3. Doesn't go. Smith tipped it out. Fahik nearly won it. It's a 2-on-2 for Loyalist now.
A little bit of a late whistle, but I think that was definitely the right call.
Yeah, maybe influenced by the Loyalist faithful a little bit there.
Yeah, it's a little difficult not to make a call when you got the coach and the whole bench screaming in your ear.
And it'll be Jalen Carter-Julian who hits the first at the free throw line.
That's the second, but they get an offensive rebound.
Driving, a slip, and it doesn't go. And Deo somehow got that. He's being hounded, and he's lost it. And going up and putting it in, plus the foul. That's just hard-nosed basketball by Ryan Barrett.
John Deo, he's going to be a little bit frustrated. He was tripled there. Not much you can really do. You can't put the blame on John Deo. But more, instead, give credit to Loyalist as he knocks that and finishes the three-point play there. It's a 9-point game now. Closest they got in the second quarter was 7.
Elliott to Smith. Looking for Fahik. Drives. It's a turnover. Now just a 9-point game. Smith tried to win it. It's won by Loyalist. And then a turnover by Loyalist. Has Fahik controlling it. They could do with slowing it down. The throw to Deo, and he wins it for the Lords somehow.
Great job from Deo. Great awareness, just throwing it off the defender. Sean Elliott catches that.
Deo to Fahik. Low for Rashane Smith, who pulls up. Can't hit.
He's liked that deep two today.
The advanced analytics would tell you not to shoot that, but if your player's feeling it, gotta let him at it, especially when it's a quality of Rashane Smith. It's a 7-point game now after that too.
Yeah, 7-point game. He might be a little bit inspired after that Brandon Ingram performance last night. It's a great layup from Caleb Carter. Oh my goodness, he is on one tonight.
Yeah, he's performing really well. Shot up, doesn't go, and then a good move to get past Smith for the 2. If that shot went down, we'd be seeing that on SportsCenter.
Yeah, Deo pushing the pace.
Deo, there's a foul called.
See, that's an excellent job from Deo, going into the contact, expecting it. That's a great job. And Spencer's coming back in. They're taking Jashawn Elliott out of the game, though.
Yeah, they went on a run with Elliott, and then with him on the court, they also went on a run the other way. Loyalist picking it back up. Now he checks out, just trying to find a 5 that can grow this lead for you. Deo hits the first. He's 5 for 5 so far at the free throw line. Make it 6 for 6. He can't miss. Just getting all his points at the free throw line. Darnell Walker going to check in now. Coming out, Malachi McDevitt in this 9-point game.
2 minutes 40 to go. If you're the Lords, you just got to close out good. And they're saying he stepped out of bounds. Lords get the ball.
Yeah, stepping out of bounds, giving Lords the possession.
And when I say close out good, I mean getting stops, turning the ball over, and scoring and capitalizing on those missed opportunities from Loyalist.
Deo to Smith. Kicks it. Carter. That's a pull-up. It's good. He is feeling it right now. I don't need to tell you that, though. Fahik with the steal. Going up. Wanted the left hand. And a foul called.
Fahik just sent this gym almost into a frenzy. I don't think I've seen Rudy Fahik get up that high this season, but
yeah,
he almost just...
We saw him in the warm-up.
As you see, he comes down, almost guts that to go, but he is fouled.
Yeah, we saw him in the warm-up hit some crazy dunks. Almost saw it there. You see us bounce a little bit.
And Fahik's going to shoot, too. This gym is still trying to compose themselves after we almost witnessed the best poster of the season. And he misses the free throw.
Trying to make it a 12-point game with 2 minutes to go in this first half.
That would have been dunk of the season, I think.
Misses the second. Can't get the offensive rebound. It'll go Loyalist's way. Karate gets it in.
The coach is not going to be too impressed with that.
McCullough, it's up, it's in. What a shot by Romaine McCullough. Fahik to Spencer, back to Fahik. Floater, actually it was a trick pass as he thought Spencer was going to stay in the corner. And a timeout call by Loyalist with under 2 minutes to go in this first half. Loyalist coach Kevin McGuire clearly not happy about something in his 8th season as a Loyalist head coach.
It's a 9-point game. This isn't the worst deficit that you face if you're the Loyalist. You got to remember that. So there's positives to look at. But you got to close out the quarter here if you're Loyalist. And I think that's what Coach Kevin McGuire is reiterating to his team right now. Closing out this quarter is a big thing for them.
Yeah, and you were down 14 going into the second quarter. So for it to be 9, you're content with that, but you got to keep it there or try and improve it even more. We've got 1:46 to go in this first half. The Durham Lords lead 47-38. We knew it was going to be a larger scoring game. Just wondering if the Lords could keep up. They are keeping up and more. They only average 80 points per game. Pace to be well over that average. Not a team that hits the century mark often. Again, on pace to do it tonight. Have to do it if you're going to face a team like Loyalist.
There's a minute 30 left.
Down low. Tipped around. One more pass. It's up. It doesn't go. Smith has the rebound, and it's to Fahik.
That's a great rebound from Smith there. Fought for that one.
Deo to Smith. Bouncing around. Smith has got it to Fahik. And Fahik driving, laying it up and in. And Rudy Fahik decided, I'm just going to go for the layup this time instead of trying to go for the slam.
Could have made an argument that it could have been an and one there.
Just driving inside. Layup doesn't go.
Puts up some tough shot. Fahik, slow down, take a three.
It doesn't go. He was feeling it, but it doesn't go. Spencer nearly won that. Fahik poked it up.
Shane Smith calling for an alley-oop there.
Wanted the alley-oop. There's a foul called, and the coaches for Loyalists once again not happy about the foul calls. Smith shooting great from the line today. Can he continue it here?
I thought we were going to get an alley-oop to Shane Smith there. He was calling for it. It would have blown the roof off this place if we got a Shane Smith slam.
Yeah, and he'll take the first free throw down. Now they're up to 50 points at half. Second one goes. He's been perfect from the line today.
And there was talks of this being an 100-100 battle. So 51-38. Lords are holding up their end of the part so far in this game.
Trying to make a move. It's up. Would have been tough. That's bouncing around, and it's going the other way. And Spencer looks like, is he shooting two?
Yep.
He is.
It's just a hustle. Like I stated before, Spencer is a hustle guy. So, I mean, that's what you want to see from him. Because he's going to give you results like this. Getting you some extra points to close out a quarter possibly.
Spencer, one of the ones that's not a great free throw shooter, and he doesn't hit the first. Trying to make it 52 now for the Lords in a 14-point game with no shot clock when Loyalists get this ball. Spencer hits the second. Shot clock is dark. It's a 14-point game.
Same lead that the Lords had going into the second.
Loyalists needed to hold it. They couldn't at 9. Swinging. It's a three. It's no good. Tipped out Durham ball. 1.7 seconds left. Got to pressure the ball.
We're going to see it.
And the half will run out. The Durham Lords lead 52-38 over Loyalist. We'll have a shoot for cash contest. We'll let you watch that. We'll be back for the second half shortly.
All right, fans, it's time for the OCAA Shoots for Cash contest. Can I please have Olivia down to the court? Olivia will have the chance to win $1,000 in the OCAA Shoot for Cash contest. She will attempt a layup starting at the three-point circle, a free throw, and a three-point shot. She will be given 2 attempts at each shot. If she's able to make all 3 shots, she'll be given 1 chance to shoot for
Welcome back to OCAA. We've got a matchup between the Durham Lords and Loyalist Lancers. The Durham Lords lead 52-38, looking to go to 8-1 and stay top of the East. One of the best teams in the nation. OCAA reigning champions finished second at CCAA, hoping to change their fortune this year with a trip and a win.
They're missing a couple guys from that team, though. For example, Mark Stoop. He was a big dog, player of the year.
CCAA All-Canadian. They love him back, but now he plays about 2 minutes away at Ontario Tech.
It's a big difference, though.
Starting on that team, too. Just shows how talented he was. John Deo to Rashane Smith. Spencer going up, going in.
Great bucket there from Spencer.
54-38. Driving to the rim. It's up, it doesn't go. Offensive rebound, though, and it goes out of bounds. Deo bringing it forward to Elliott. Screen set by Smith. They get it on the drive, but that's stolen away. And the layup is good. Getting it into the half court now again.
Just a great drive there.
Driving, fouled, he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, he was definitely fouled on that play. Josh Riley would never airball a layup like that.
First one is up, and the rim hates him, and it doesn't go.
I touched every part of the rim. Unlucky for Jay Sean Elliott.
Just got to shake that off and play
They're
the
going to
game.
get a new ball. They're going to let him reshoot that.
You think they will?
No, just season. But imagine.
I'm imagining. And he makes it. Now it's a
All right.
15-point game.
And he makes the second one, too. It's 16 point. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what's going on right now. Are they going to let him reshoot it? That's the real question.
I don't think so.
Just one shot,
Yep.
the ref says.
Elliott's second free throw to go 1 for 2 from the line. It doesn't go. Rim really hates him, as those really should be falling. That's thrown out of bounds.
That was a bit of a long pass there.
It's Deo. Screen. Smith tried to go up. Carter for 3. Doesn't go.
That was an
Tipped around.
excellent block there from Malachi McDevitt, though.
Yeah, incredible block. That's a layup, and it's through. Nearly tipped, kept alive by Elliott. Forward to Smith. Trying to go, blocking foul as he's in, I think he was in the restricted area as to why.
Ref had a good angle on it. Can't argue with him too much.
First one goes, and Rim hates Jay Sean Elliott, loves Rashane Smith.
Yeah, Rashane Smith's had a good one. He's had a good shooting night from the line. As I jinx it right there. Jay Sean Elliott gets the rebound, though. And they're going to slow it down and reset a little bit with Deo. I would have liked to see him hit Caleb Carter there in the corner. They had the off-ball screen. They're not going to give it the Lord's way. Sean
Little
Elliott putting the
dribbles.
clamps
That's a
on.
great pass, and the layup is good.
Basket's good for Loyalist.
It's an 11-point game now. Loyalists not going too far away, but they also aren't getting too close and scaring the Lords.
Deo. Carter wide open. It doesn't go. Tipped around. Deo won that. Carter could have gone up. Instead, he drives. It's a block. It's a crazy one. And then Deo tipped that out of bounds. Loyalist ball, though.
You hear Kevin McGuire telling his team, slow it down a little bit. Couple of turnovers, couple of blocks there. It was a positive sequence for Loyalists somehow. Typically, Durham will make a team pay there.
Driving. It's a good move. Foul and free throws coming for Loyalists.
This is Jalen Carter-Julian. He's had a great game today. He's been their brightest spot, in my opinion. And if you look in the crowd down at the Loyalist side, they got a dad with his camcorder out. Proud father moment.
Deo driving, running the floor, gives it to Elliott. Trying to use his physicality. Tipped it out. It'll be Loyalist ball, and they're going on a little run here.
Yeah, Jay Sean Elliott's having a tough game getting anything going.
Loyalist, not known for their defense, being super physical today, though.
Yeah, it's something. It's, you know, it's the feeling of just going up against the top OCAA team.
That's up and in. A crazy shot as it's in the corner, and it's a 6-point game now.
Jay Sean Elliott catches it.
Elliott spinning again. Up Smith, the layup is good.
Good layup there from Smith. Using a little bit of acrobats.
Smith has won that, and he plays Carter back to Smith. Kick. Carter to Deo. Faked it. One more Spencer. He goes up. Can't get it to go. Out Deo up, and he'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
At the line for Durham, number 9, John Dale.
Shane Smith didn't start out the year playing. There might have been a possible injury, I think. But ever since he's come back, he's made an amazing impact on the Swords team as Deo knocks down the first free throw.
Yeah, it was a big impact player on last year's team. Just didn't start the year and played in that game against Centennial, but didn't really have an impact. Starting to make an impact now.
And he stepped out of bounds. Great defense. The Lords are starting to show their pressing. It's a 10-point game.
Deo Elliott. Elliott's wide open. He can shoot it. He hits it. Can't leave that guy wide open. 62-49.
That's a bad idea. A full court press from the Lords and you throw a suicide pass like that. Lucky Rashane Smith did not pick that one off.
Yeah, running over like a free safety, but can't get the pick, just a deflection.
Good football analogy, eh?
Yeah. Getting it in. There's a travel call, then the Lords will have the ball.
Yeah, Romaine McCalla is not impressed with the call, but John Dale's going to get it on the inbound here.
Dale get a couple of feet. Wanted to call. Elliott running back. Really made that tough. It's a 3 here. It goes. A huge shot.
That was Jay-Sean Elliott's Intimidator badge on Hall of Fame right there. But Loyalist is going to be content with the turnout as they get 3 instead of 2 points there. Tough layup from Elliott.
Yeah, that's just tough from Elliott. That's a hard foul and 1.
They can cut this back to single digits.
And one opportunity for number 15, Jalen Turner Jr.
They've scored 13 points here this third quarter, the Lords. And he finishes that 3-point play right there.
The 3-point play to give him 16 points on the night. Spencer gets the inbound into John Deo, who runs the floor quickly. Finds Elliott. Elliott up and through. Another shot for Elliott.
Big shot from Jay-Sean Elliott.
Deo
Deo
by
gets the
Deo.
steal.
He's got it. Off the glass. Elliott the slam. We saw it in the warm-up. You see it in a game. Fantastic. 14-point Lords lead. It's up. And an air ball. He tried to silence the crowd. Shooting 4 for 7 from downtown now.
And you see it right off the glass. And he slams it home. Great job from Jay-Sean Elliott and John Deo. That was all made from John Deo getting the steal and going out in transition. And they got a 14-point lead, and the crowd is feeling it here too.
Carter. Elliott swings it to Deo. Into Smith. It's a turnover, and now they could go the other way. McCullough shoots it well. He's got it again. He's 5 for 8 today. He's got 23 on the night.
And that's what the Lords got to do a little bit better.
Spencer has Caleb Carter. He's wide open. But they don't feed him. By the time Dale saw him, he was guarded. Carter taking it. Spencer, he's fouled hard. He'll shoot 2.
Looked like a pretty good block there, but turned out to be a foul. And the Loyalist fans are getting into this one, trying to distract them at the line as he makes the first. Makes us a 70-58 game.
Yeah, I think they might be cheering for the man checking in, Romo Kaginza.
And there was a couple lane violations. And they're going to call that one over Shane Smith. I don't know how you pick one of the 4 guys out of the lineup there.
Yeah, it's tough, but it's the call. And it's 70-58. The Lords scoring in bunches right now. And that's what you have to do against this Loyalist team. Averages the most points in OCAA. Cut back. It's tipped. Spencer running, and it's tipped back. It'll stay Lords ball. And if you're Spencer, I know he's a little upset with himself. You'll take that every time. You stole the possession, and now you get the ball in the half court.
Yeah, it's not a turnover on you, and you get the ball. You can't be mad at yourself from that play.
Fahik is in. Deo is out.
Refs are conferring about something. They're going to give the free throw, I think. I think they're giving the free throw. They added a point for the Lords. I don't truly know. And Elliott's got a lane.
Elliott going over the top. Dunks it on his head. 2 major slams in this quarter for the Lords. And it's 15 now. And these Lords will not be intimidated.
What a slam from Elliott. Goes over the top of the defender right there. Wow. He's got this crowd really into this one.
Elliott shooting perfect from the field. 6 for 6. 2 for 2 from 3. That's up. Won't go. Smith the rebound. Gets it to Elliott.
And we could see this roof go crazy if Jay Sean Elliott can do something right here.
Elliott driving, going, up. He's fouled, and he'll shoot 2, trying to extend the lead to 17.
Wow, 2 major slams this quarter from Jay Sean Elliott has got the Lords to their biggest lead in the game. Trying to push it to 16 and maybe 17.
First free throw won't go. He's struggling from the free throw line.
And he was out here before the game an hour and a half early with Rashawn Smith. They were both shooting free throws. So you got to expect this one to go down if you're Jay Sean Elliott.
Yeah, he's a player that's struggled in his career from the free throw line, hitting the second one, going 1 for 4 on the day so far.
Yeah.
But you still expect him to make it in the clutch. That's a 3. Goes down. He is feeling it right now. That's 3, number 6, and point number 26 for McCalla.
Yeah, deep bomb there. Gets that one to fall. He's shooting exceptional.
Smith goes up. He's got a dunk.
Yet another powerful slam here. Loyalist is just letting the Lords come inside.
Feels like Dunk City in this third quarter.
And
Hounded, but still has it. It's another wide open 3. It goes again. 7-3. He's 7 for 10. 29 now.
he's having an excellent game. He's got 29 points in this game. Wow.
Fahik to Carter, trying to answer. It's off. Pinned. Smith grabs it. He's got Elliott. Elliott to Carter. One more. It's blocked. And they've got it. Running the floor. And well defended. It's on the floor. A foul on Caleb Carter.
Wow, what a sequence there from Jaden XL. Getting the block, keeping it in balance. And I don't think he's going to be shooting free throws.
I think it's on the floor. A timeout is called.
All right, so Durham's going to call timeout. I think that's a good timeout from the Lords. Just relaxing everything down. You were up 16 points. It's down to 12, and they have the ball, Loyalist, still. So this is not a bad timeout here. Just calm everyone down a bit.
Yeah, 76-64. You had a 15-point lead. It was 16, actually. A little bit of a run from Loyalist to cut it to 12. You want to stop it before it gets any bigger, and you allow them any closer.
Deshaun Spencer, player of the week for the Lords.
It's a good feat. I know he was in contention along with Rashane Smith, the two that were battling it out. I don't think either of them really minds who gets it as long as they're getting W's on the board. And Rashane Smith, a player that will get many more chances in his OCAA career to win those kind of things.
Yeah, the thing with Rashane Smith is he's a team guy. He cares about the win column, and he was tripped. And they're going to call an offensive foul.
I don't know what the call was, but the Lords will take it regardless. An offensive foul. I didn't see for what. All I saw was McCullough down on the floor and the referee pointing Durham's way.
Yeah, it was just a big jumble of players, so we couldn't really tell from our vantage point.
Elliott, the move to Fahik, swings it to Carter. Back to Fahik. Screen set Smith. Fahik, little shimmy, going up. He's blocked. Offensive rebound. Spencer, a little strong, and now a defensive rebound grabbed. The pressure. It's Elliott, going up, and it doesn't go. And now Loyalist can go the other way.
I don't
Doesn't
know.
look for the hot hand.
Offensive
and a charging
foul.
Offensive foul called for kicking his feet out.
Technical foul as well on number 11, Jaden Excel.
We just talked about him having a great stretch.
Yeah, Jaden Excel, he's got to keep his cool there. If you're one of his teammates, you got to go over there and talk to him. Cool him down a bit. Caleb Carter is going to shoot this technical free throw.
And I like that from Roman McCullough, the fifth-year senior. Knows this is a tough environment to play in. The free throw doesn't fall. Knows this is a tough environment. Get his young group of teammates here.
Yeah, what I would have liked to see, though, I do like that for the veteran presence, but what I would have liked to see is them going to the other corner there. You had a Romaine McCullough wide open, and he's shooting lights out today from three.
I would agree. I couldn't believe they didn't go to the hot hand.
Yeah,
Smith.
you called it on the play. What a dunk.
And another dunk for Smith.
Technical foul as well on Rashane Smith for taunting a little bit. Coach is not impressed. Sorry, it's just a warning, I believe. Just a warning.
Yeah, just a warning. Otherwise, they'd be shooting free throws. This is Walker.
This game's getting a little bit
Another one to
heated.
Julian. We talked about how these teams don't like each other. McCullough up. It doesn't go. Offensive rebound one. Dribble behind the back. Through a tight space. And he stepped out of bounds. Durham ball. 38 seconds to go in this third quarter. Fahik. Dale. Down low to Smith. To Elliott. It's up. Won't go. Misses his first field goal of the game. And that'll go
On Spencer.
Yeah, is that a foul call? It is.
I like the hustle, though. This is what I'll say. When you got a guy like Spencer, he's hustling, he's battling. You're okay with that foul every once in a while.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't have it every play, but
A couple free throws here or there. It's McCullough to end the quarter. Screen set. McCullough could go from way deep, but he doesn't. Lays it off. It doesn't go. And Fahik dribbles it out. The third quarter is over. We'll be right back for the fourth quarter between the Durham Lords and Loyalist Lancers, 78-64.
And if you want a t-shirt, I need to hear you make some noise.
Gonna be doing everything. And welcome to the CRWC once again, coming back from quarter break. A little bit of a change up here on the audio. Myself, Etienne Skitch, beside me, Nico Leka.
Hello,
And we're going to be changing this one up a little bit here.
Nothing like a good old commentating switcheroo.
And pushing down the court, Jay-Sean Elliott looking to kick us off. Nothing there. Second chance, no good. A little bit of a hand caught up in the netting there from Loyalist, but nothing to be had.
It's been a pretty offensive game here tonight. I mean, like, there's a big miss. And the defenses for kind of both teams, I think the Lords have had pretty good defense tonight, considering that in the last game.
Well, speaking of, Rudy Fahik throws up a hand, puts down a bucket. And Durham is playing outstanding right now, up by 16. 9 minutes to go, and they're looking to push themselves just a little bit further up the standings and away from Georgian.
And in their last game, Loyalist scored 134 points against La Cité, while Durham, I think, only managed to get like 80-something. I'm not sure.
Rashane Smith, contact on his shot. He'll take a couple.
It's been a flashy one, too. You've seen some dunks here tonight.
It's been a lot. We've been seeing this Lords team, once they get fired up, they're flying up and down the court. We saw an alley-oop as well early on. Combo of Elliott and I believe, if I remember right, it was Deo.
Mm-hmm.
Those two came together, alley-oop midway through the third. And the Lords are starting to settle in now more than they were. And we're going to take this one on cruise control here by the looks of it. 8 minutes left. A shot from three. No good. Offensive rebound recovered. Sent back. Loyalist still got it.
Yeah, Loyalists have been shooting those threes tonight, but Durham's been like dunking. He might be another one.
And Fahid gets up there. Smart play. Jay-Sean Elliott kicks it away.
Just take the points.
I mean, smart play. Push your lead just that little bit further. 19 points the gap. Barrett kicks it away at Josie. Tabate. And a Josie, no good. Rim and out. Deo took a second to figure out exactly what was going on, and he's moving fast. Good move. Breaks himself free. Rashane Smith, usually not a shooter. And
got smacked in the face.
Deshaun Spencer took a shot to the face.
Ought to wake you up.
And 2 shots.
I'm pretty sure that was a foul.
Safe bet. And thought it was going to be 2 shots. And instead, we are going to the baseline here. Rashane Smith to inbound.
I don't really know what the call is right now.
Well, foul no less. And
Foul
it just
no
seems like
less.
we're staying at the baseline. Shane Smith kicks it. Jay-Sean Elliott. Bully ball down low.
Great block there.
Too much contact. Hit Jay-Sean Elliott's arm on the way up. And he's going to the line for 2 shots now. Loyalist quickly mounting up fouls. They're already at 3 team. 5 fouls needed to get sent to the bonuses. And at this rate, Durham is going to speed run their way there in under 4 minutes. And just couldn't get it to fall there.
We've reached the bonuses multiple times
Oh, yeah.
already in this game.
And second shot's good. Moving down the court, offloads. And travel. You can't afford that.
Nope.
I understand.
When you're down by 20 points, 7.5 minutes left, now's when you got to get the points. I mean, say the less. I mean,
Durham, they've been playing outstanding. Deo, heat check, no good. And
a lot of Loyalist energy has been taken away a little bit after that last half.
well, this is what happens as soon as you get out of a half break like that. And as you come into it, Durham goes nuclear straight out of the blocks. There's nothing you got left in the tank, and that pass, Shane Smith.
My goodness.
Head tap on his way back.
That's probably like the 5th or 6th dunk we've seen.
Holy
Oh my goodness.
check.
That would have went in. I don't know which would be more impressive. That or the dunk. Probably
Pull up
that.
from 40 feet,
Probably
you know,
that.
just for the heck of it. Speaking of, Jay-Sean Elliott. And gets low. And the charge. Loyalist is not happy about these fouls right now, but
Not a very well-disciplined game from them tonight. There's going to be a timeout here by the Lancers. And it's funny enough that I'm on this call because usually I'm only doing the softball and baseball. But tonight, things are a little bit different. This is my first time on basketball.
well, happy to have you no less.
I guess, yeah.
And, of course, 30 seconds left on the timeout here. Both these teams are doing fairly well. Remember, going into this week, Durham rank 3, and this Loyalist team did not have a rank going into this. They have not been ranked all season, and they're still fighting. Of course, they came into this one 3-4 to Durham's 7-1.
Loyalist is a very scrappy team from what we've seen here today. And they're just below like Seneca in the standings, who's 4-3.
And for this game, it's really come down to turnovers. Loyalist has given up 23 turnovers, and they've given up 23 points on the back of those. And shot Genero, no good.
And
But
you just can't allow that in a must-win game to get back to 500, especially when you're going against the Durham Lords.
Genero caught up down low, feeds it to Elliott. Elliott, hand in the face. Genero comes down with the... And
I'm not sure what the call is.
that's a shot clock violation. Elliott's shot attempt was nowhere near the rim, and Loyalist coaches were quick to point that out, and the official swift to agree with them.
Coach was like, my bad. He sat right back down. Here comes a 3.
Shot no good. And hot hand from 3 takes a mid-range instead and got it. Romain McCullough. Crazy hot hand in this one.
The Lords have done a great job tonight by suffocating this Loyalist offense. And there's another 2.
I just want to point out, McCullough has 31 points on the night.
My goodness. I mean, say
He's making
like-
up almost half of their total points.
what a night. I mean, my goodness.
He's 7 of 11 from 3, 12 of 22 total, 2 rebounds and an assist. You know, just in case.
Just casually puts up 31 points on a Tuesday night.
Highest scorer for Durham is, of course, Caleb Carter. We saw him lighting up the stat sheet in that first half with 3 after 3 after 3, and he's got 22 points to lead the Lords. Rashane Smith with 20 next up, and Fahik from 3.
Well, Durham in general in the first quarter, not just this game, but like a lot of games before, they always come out blazing.
Well, that's the whole thing. Durham, they are outstanding at getting things moving. Of course, that first quarter, 31 points.
31 points.
And that gap was 31-17 in the first. And since then, it's been tied on points through the second and the third. Both 21 points scored for both sides in the second, 26 in the third. And in the fourth so far, it's 15-4. Make it 15-6. And Loyalist is killing their own players here.
Yeah, we might have an injury.
Fahik the slam!
95 points now. Player still down. And trainer will check him out. What a dunk, man. Like, they just keep on coming tonight.
Say, Durham is playing outstanding ball right now.
And he gets up and seems to be all right.
Looks
I
like he
think it's
just
safe-
tweaked his knee.
Possibly. Safe to say we might see a 100-point night, which I'm not sure if it's the first of the season for the
That
Lords.
would be the first of the season
First
for
of
Durham.
the season. Well, we did expect an offensive showcase tonight.
Yeah, Durham going into this one, closest they've been up until now was a 93-point game against Georgia. And, of course, that one, the nail-biter, the 93-90 game out in Barrie. And Durham put up a much better performance so far, as this defense looks suffocating.
And Loyalist the offense just kind of exhausted. I mean, like, almost 4 quarters done here now. I mean, like,
Deo catches his own miss. Fahik down low. Spencer, he's got it.
they were able to get it going in the first half, but just Durham adjusted, I guess, in the halftime and brought it out, and Loyalist hasn't really been able to figure them out since.
Well, I mean, Durham, they're up 27 shot. Looked like he was going to take it from 3.
So about
Kicks it away.
About to go up by 30 now.
And
This game was as close to like 6 points earlier, I think, in the third quarter.
yeah, not anymore.
Not anymore.
Durham up by 27. 4 fouls for Loyalist as they look to keep themselves out of the bonus and preferably not give up the century.
Be pretty hard to do that with 3.5 minutes remaining.
And shot from 3 off target.
And they only
MP
have
didn't like the look of that one, even out of hand. Mid-range, pull up, good.
1 point away from going out by 30 and getting the century mark. I mean, Loyalists have been shut down this much this quarter. They have 8 points, including that right there.
Compared to Durham's 21. Speaking of offense, we found it.
Oh, yes, we found it all right.
And Deshaun Spencer down low, looking across the 100, and Durham has got it. Triple digits on the board with 2 and 3/4 minutes to go.
There's the century
Pull
mark.
up.
Here's
Heat.
a big
Goodness
three.
gracious. Leading scorer there trying to just put on a miracle. Romaine McCullough, no good. And kick ball.
They need more than a miracle right now.
Malachi McDevitt.
Checking in for Durham at number 21, Shavonte Givens.
Shavonte Givens, welcome to the floor. Well, I mean, this is a different look Durham than it was last year. And Dale from 3. New addition to the team. Not quite. Well, he was a new addition over the offseason, and he's put in outstanding work so far. And bully ball down low. Ripped away. Givens on the rebound. Givens, Genero.
Drops the ball there. Unfortunate.
Just an unfortunate bounce there. Got caught between his legs.
Misses the layup.
Deo spins out of contact. Spencer.
Watch right here.
Spencer, no good. This is just a track meet. Up and down, up and down, up and down.
No one's playing defense right now. Just letting each other shoot,
What is this, the All-Star game?
I guess. Yeah, this is the last Lords basketball game that you will see for a while. They do not play all the way until January 13 of next year. And that's going to be a road game against the Centennial Colts, who the men is the only team that they've lost to so far this year.
So looking for redemption and to even out the season series. And big poke there. Richardson throws out an arm, rips the ball free. And speaking of getting that ball ripped free, and another foul here, and welcome to the bonus. I'm surprised that they lasted this long before going into it, I'll be honest.
Durham doesn't have a single foul this quarter, ATN.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Ray Fearon drains his first.
Now up by 30.
31.
31. Same amount of points to score in the first quarter, by the way.
And Durham has put up an absolute master class, and
And is that a charge? Or?
I believe that's the blocking foul on John Deo. Didn't quite get steady in time.
I should have said nothing.
Don't worry, Nico. It took me like 2 years of commentating this to understand all these. It also helps when you look at who's going to the free throw line. Moving through, pulls up range.
Oh,
Rim bouncing around, no good. Richardson tried to get it. Stutter step there. Kagenza gets rid of it. Puts up a miracle.
Oh, my goodness. That went in.
He's got it. Jaden Excel.
It looks like a shot you would take from the three. Like two hands overhead.
Throwing up a
Overhead
prayer.
check. Speaking of, there's another foul.
Excel, no good on his and one opportunity. And a bad pass. Deo could have turned to a 5-point play.
Complaining to the ref there, saying,
Well, I
why
mean,
no foul?
No, that wasn't a foul. That was, why didn't that ball get called out? Because
Or that, yeah.
that was evidently bouncing on the line. At least that's how it looked from up here in the booth. And that lay good.
Keep in mind,
MP.
I'm also doing the scoreboard at the same time.
Getting there one way or another. Genero pulls through, has to stop. Gibbons.
Everyone's shooting a three now.
Genero moves around.
It's like Lord's bump.
Deo.
Oh, my goodness.
Hope, prayer, and a little bit of something else. 10 seconds on the clock. Down 25. Durham. They're going to walk away from this one. Heads held high as they go into the winter break. And the Durham Lords, 8-1. They sit 10th in the country right now in the rankings, proving that here, 25-point win, exactly what you're looking for. And
Convincing win, to say the least.
absolutely, a nuclear fourth quarter is exactly what you're looking for to seal out. And
When the offense was kind of like struggling a little bit in the beginning of the year, I feel like we can kind of take a breath of relief right now.
absolutely, we
Over
were
the
going
last
into
few
this one.
games.
It was a little shaky.
Yep.
But we're coming out of this one, going into the winter break. You're looking at a new team here. They got their first loss out of the way early on in the season, and redemption on the clock as they take on the Colts on their way back from the break.
Still one of the youngest teams right now, and they're still top in the Eastern Conference.
Absolutely. And we'll see everyone here back Saturday, I believe. We got volleyball on mind here. And we'll be back in just a little bit. Enjoy a view here of all the highlights of this game, or of the second half, and have a great night, everybody.
Thank you very much.